Last but not least, the dynamic solo, Josh Crouch. I invited Josh to the table because when I was looking at the speaker lineup, it's just like, we got to wrap this up, right? There's all these individual things that everybody's talking about. And I don't even know if I've ever told you this, Josh, so I'll tell you this live. I just really have a lot of respect for the things that I see you posting on social and for the structure and the systems that you put in place, not only for your clients, but for your business as well. And so when I saw your group, I was like, I need a coach. I need to be in your group. So I thought that you and Tersh would be the perfect way to wrap this up because I'm guessing people feel some overwhelm or don't know where to start or don't know which tool to go with. So the floor is yours. Talk a little bit about how you're helping people clear up those bottlenecks and what it is that you do.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Michelle. Love listening to the other speakers and the stuff that's going on. And um, my history with automation dates back to my contractor days. So I don't have a contractor buddy on here, so I will talk about my personal experience being in the HVAC world for 9 years. And I'll start with how that started because I think that's a good tie along because we have all these software tools and Broccoli, we were right across them at Epic. They're great. I've talked with Don and the Voca team and there's a lot of great products, but there are also a lot of our tech stack as the trade moves on continues to grow. And now we have certain tech that takes care of certain things, but then we have all these technologies that sometimes they don't all talk together. And so when we started our digital marketing company, Relentless Digital, we were focused on getting leads, just like most marketing companies do. But I realized that really the big thing that contractors need is the operational guidance, the data at their fingertips, because we would ask things like, what's your booking rate? And they give me a number 90%. I'm like, well, there's very few people in the industry at 90%. So there's just things that aren't accurate. And if we don't have accurate data, as you guys all know, especially Michelle, you being a marketer, bad data in means we're going to have bad data out, which means we're not going to make good decisions that are going to grow our business. So Tersh and I when after I started the marketing company, Tersh had also been using Zapier since like 2017, 2018, just like me. And we when he started his company, I was still in the trades. We bonded over that. That's how we had originally met digitally. And then started asking him podcast questions in 2021 when I was getting off the ground with Relentless, and he wanted me to come co-host. So we've gotten even closer. And now since we have gone around to do a lot of speaking and trying to help people understand how AI and automation can really bridge some awesome gaps in your company. Not some awesome gaps, some gaps in your company because gaps are not awesome. But we've started a company called Trade Automation Pros, which helps people. We teach people how to build these things, which some people, it's just like anything in the world, right? Some people want to do it themselves. Some people want help and guidance and handholding. Some people want it done for them. Like, I know I need this. I need you to do it for me. Just tell me what you need and just go do it. And the goal is to tie all of the technology together. So we're not taking data from one place and putting it into the next place and then putting it into a third place and then moving it to another place. And it streamlines everything. And so what I have, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to have like a couple tabs open just to like walk through. Because a lot of times when we ask people like, well, what would you like to automate? I get deer in the headlights. I have no idea. What can I automate? Tell me. And then the problem is, if I'm telling you what you can automate, I might not be solving a real problem for you. So if we're not solving a real problem, it's just a waste of your time.
Mm.
So I'll share my screen. I'll go over a couple things because I kind of want to show what's possible and then also get some like free goodies and stuff like that for everybody. So this one, I hate doing zooms on my laptop because I usually have screens where I can move all these little zoom tabs to. But it's all on one screen, so I'm gonna have to move them a couple times. So first, and hopefully this stays pulled up. It should have been pulled up already, but I wanted to kind of show you guys what's possible. And of course, it's going to load right now, but I do have the data. I actually asked ChatGPT to help me kind of figure out how much time we've saved this last quarter. Now, some of this is client stuff, some of this is Relentless Digital stuff, but the number that was on the screen, this is from April 1st to June 26th, so Q2. Oh, there we go. It actually updated 183,250. So literally I had this up and this updated and it added we had 182,993. So 300 more tasks have been automated in the last 20 minutes since this has been up. But if every task that we do, let's say it's a web form submission comes to email, and we want to create a customer service line. This is like a super, super, super simple thing. We don't necessarily, we just don't want to, we want to remove the data entry so our customer success team can just do what they do best and book the call, make the customer's experience amazing, follow up, make sure that they get that job booked. We've saved 19 standard 8-hour workdays in one quarter. Think about it, it's almost 4 weeks worth of work, and it's been automated. And so I'm going to go over just some ideas for people. I have them in my Slack here, so bear with me. Let me stop sharing because I have a different thread up, but I'll pull that up and just talk through it because I think sometimes ideas are some of the best things for us to learn from because something might be like, oh, I really need that thing. Um, so some of these are ones that we do at Relentless. Some of these ones we do for clients. Some of these ones are ones that we've helped contractors build. So for instance, like today is Thursday at 1 o'clock. So I have a leadership team of 5 people on Relentless Digital's team. And every Thursday I have a weekly check-in because sometimes we're traveling for events. Sometimes just want to take a vacation, but I still need to know what's going on with the company. I need to know really quick. So through Slack, we have automations where they have 4 questions. It's essentially, what'd you work on this week? What roadblocks did you hit? Do you need my help with anything? Just so I know, I can check it real quick and make sure that they continue their work. That automatically goes out every Thursday and alerts me. So that way I know what's going on with the company, no matter what. If I'm on vacation, I just want to take a day off as the leader, like whatever happens, like these things are really important. So that way your business continues to run and you stay connected, even though you're not physically there. Um, I would say one of the biggest ones, and we help all of our clients with this, is speed to lead automation. And this can be anything from web form submissions, missed calls, abandoned calls, voicemails. We all know Service Titan classifies a lot of calls as abandoned. Um, Angie's Lead, Home Advisor Lead, Thumbtack, Yelp even has an API now where so anytime these leads come in, you can bring them into a central place. Now, some of you guys may have a platform like Chirp. We have our own, or you can go build your own on a platform like High Level. As long as you spend some time building that out, you can bring all these leads into a central hub and automate the follow up either through pre-designed messages or through AI bots because you can create your own AI bots for those sorts of things as well. Because a stat that really has stuck with me, and I've looked at several studies, is 78% of buyers buy from the first company that contacts them.
Hmm.
And in the trades, and on this call, because you guys are all interested in technology and AI, you're probably at a much higher level than most of the trades. Like if you get into the distribution networks where these guys only rely on territory managers, the lack of education is stark. Like it is really bad for the rest of the trades. They don't even understand this stuff is a problem. But if you get nothing else out of this, being the first person to respond is literally one of the most crucial things you can do for your company. All right, I'm gonna go down because I know we're running out of time. A couple other things here without maybe explaining too much.
Josh, you're
This
okay.
one, okay, okay. Sorry, I got a lot to say. So
Yeah.
one thing I will give as a freebie is Tersh actually created this. He created a custom GPT. If you're not familiar in ChatGPT, you can create essentially give a ton of information, knowledge base, articles, things like that, and you can put it into an essentially like I'll call it a brain inside of ChatGPT, and you can get consistent outputs. And what he did is he built a custom GPT to build SOPs for your business. So think about things like what does a dispatcher do every day? That can easily be created and it can be formatted where it is consistent for every single job type. So that way you literally can take this stuff, copy it, put it onto a doc, either print it and put it in a workbook or put it in a Google Drive or whatever system you have to create these things because creating SOPs is painful. I don't know too many people that love creating those. I don't like creating them. I have some team members that do, but a lot of my team members use ChatGPT to help write those so that way it's a consistent um, just a consistent framework. So that way it doesn't have one that looks really good, one that's like, who wrote this one? This doesn't even look the same. And you can kind of create your own book for that. Um, auto email nurturing based on customer history, things like what job type they did, who was the technician that was out there, which CSR helped them last. So those types of things can be pulled from your CRM or FSM program, field service management software, and pulled into things like review requests or estimate follow-ups, where as soon as a job is closed and estimate is open, you can go follow up with those things with SMS, email, and ringless voicemail. But you can also pull information from the call because the call may be recorded with, I know we didn't have like Rilla or someone on here, but some of these other platforms, you can have those conversations recorded and pull certain information into the message to make it really personalized without having to personally write those emails. Um, a basic one that we talk about a lot. This is actually back in when I was at professional services. I hated replying to reviews. We our team was awesome at getting reviews. I hated replying to them, especially like the 5 stars with no comments or the 4 stars with no comments. I'm like, what do I even say this that's different every single time when you have dozens of these every single month? But now with being able to layer ChatGPT into AI review replies, you can not only get really, really great um, review replies that, again, save time, even if it's 2 minutes per review reply, but it can also help you create a social media post. And you can create a social media post for every single platform that is unique to that platform and either automatically post that stuff, which is because of my comfort level, that's what I do, or you can have those things emailed to you and that way, your marketing coordinator, marketing assistant, marketing manager, or yourself, if that's you, can review it and be like, yes, post this one. No, I'd tweak this one a little bit, maybe give a little bit more story about that customer if you know something unique about that visit. But you can really create some awesome social media content very quickly and it's very personalized to the experience. A couple others. I only have two more, and then I'll move on to just a couple more things here. Task management. Now I know ServiceTitan has a task management piece. I don't like it at all. It's not annoying enough, and it's really hard to. It's really hard, and it's not to dig on them. It's just that's not what they're. It should be a core feature. It's not really something they put a lot of focus and emphasis on, probably because they can't create a pro product out of it. But what we do and what a lot of contractors are starting to do is use tools like Trello, ClickUp, Asana, Monday.com. So, like, let's say a new install gets sold, and you can do this with House Call Pro. You can do this with other platforms too. ServiceTitan is just the kind of the big 800-pound gorilla. So a job gets sold, and we like when I was in the trades, we used to have job folders with manila envelopes. We'd print out and like put a little sticky checklist on there. But then that would have to get handed around to everybody. So if somebody wasn't in, we didn't know what the progress was, and then the communication was not in a central place. But now we can sell a job and automatically create a card or a task template. And all of those tasks can automatically be assigned to either the office staff or the field staff that need to get the work done. They can automatically get an alert, know what's coming, what they have to do, where to go do it. And you can even have the SOP or the process built inside of the task. And that allows them, like, if you need to replace a team member, that process is already in the task. You can hand it off to someone else. They just follow the process and they get the warranty paperwork done, the permit application done. They order the equipment, all of these different things that come along with these jobs. And then again, if you're the owner, the leader of the business, and you're out of town, you wake up in the morning, just check the status of these tasks. Is there any roadblocks? Is there anything you need to pay attention to? No, everything's good. Everyone's running. Go about your day and go enjoy your vacation. So I think it makes some of the stuff makes leading and owning these businesses a lot easier. And that way we can enhance our communication instead of always having to pick up the phone and call someone. And then you got to go call the next person that it impacts and so on. It's a lot of extra communication that doesn't need to happen. And then the last thing that we do a lot of is automating things like maintenance reminders. Let's say it's hot right now, as Michelle alluded to. It's super hot. People are getting service today, but really we need to be reaching back out to them, especially if you're in HVAC. Now, if you're in plumbing and electrical, it may look a little different, like it may be like a once a year visit versus twice a year. But we can automate maintenance reminders based on the day they had service last. So we can do something where uh, job is done today, they paid us, and now they automatically get pushed over into a marketing funnel where we are reaching out in a predetermined amount of time. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's three, maybe you just want to do filter reminders every month. There's a lot of things you can do, but you don't have to manually upload that stuff, figure out how to write the email. You write it one time, set it in an automation or some sort of workflow, and it just goes out. It's constantly working. So you constantly have an army of essentially like an army that's always selling and always trying to get appointments and always trying to book your calendar. So those are really like some of the more popular ones that I see on a regular basis. There's obviously a lot more you can do because it really depends on your tech stack. What tools do you have? What do you want to do? Like if something comes in platform A, what else do you want it to do? And that's really where the conversation starts. So what is Trade Automation Pros? Trade Automation Pros is a course and community. I think Glenn already added that. That's the school group. Facebook is very, very, very noisy and very distracting. So we got off of Facebook with our course and community so people can actually get out of that and really focus. But we teach you how, from the basics of like how to find automation ideas to how to explore to how to actually build them, how to create custom GPTs, how to use all this technology so that way you're actually using it and it's effective. And then we also have started doing automation on sites. They're 2-day visits where either Tersh or myself or a combination of us will sit down at your business for 2 days. We'll meet with your team members, understand the tools they use, the processes they use, and we will help you come up with the automation ideas. And we even include like 20 hours of our developers' time in building those automations. And of course, you want to build more after that, or you want us to build them, we can bill you extra for that. But those are like the two options we have. So it's kind of like a DIY where you get access to Tersh and I and all of our experience, or we essentially do it for you. And then in October, we have our first event. It's called Tap into the Future. TAP is Trade Automation Pros acronym, where we're going to be talking about the sub headline is AI and Automation Unleashed, where we're going to have speakers who are really focused on this topic. And we're also going to be doing an implementation workshop on the second day. So that way, Tersh and I can actually get real problems that contractors are facing. We're going to build solutions live with everybody. So that way, you guys can, the people that are in attendance can really understand how to go about starting to think automation, not just yeah, I really want to do that, but actually think like change the way their brain thinks of like, okay, if I have this software and this software, I can make something work so I can move those things together so I don't have to manually do that or my team doesn't have to manually do that. So there's a lot going on, but we want to make sure that there is, we help you in any way. We meet you where you're at. If you want to learn it, we'll teach you. If you don't want to learn it and you have some extra revenue where you want us to build it for you, we can do that too.
So good. The options, right? I love the fact that one of you, well, Tersh is a contractor. I guess you used to be a contractor, and you got the digital marketing. Like you bring a lot to the table. So and it's much needed. Like even like getting Relentless going. Like is it? I mean, it's a deal to put all of it in place in your own company.
Well, no, we focus on processes, systems, SOPs like every day. We run on EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System, the book Traction by Gino Wickman, and that's all. We talk about that stuff every week, just
Yeah.
constantly. And being from the trades, like the last company I worked at, we used to have weekly Monday meetings where our leadership team would meet. We just have this long run-on monthly meeting minutes doc that we would add. We would never have actionable thing. It was just like we just talked about stuff. We didn't actually get anything accomplished. So that like structure and that infrastructure of having like a pre-designed meeting, we can only talk about this for 5 minutes. We can only talk about this for 5 minutes. And then we have 30 or 60 minutes to talk about issues. And then we have to identify, discuss, solve. It's structure. And I think a lot of trades companies just don't have that. And we're just always constantly putting out fires because we don't take the time to sit back and build processes, systems that are automated in the background.
Yeah. Who do you use for your project management?
ClickUp.
Quick question, Josh. Terry was asking, where is the focus on automation going to be held, or is it virtual?
Tap into the Future will be in person in Savannah, Georgia. I actually put the Tap into the Future.ai is the site. The Entertainment that first night is going to be watching in the VIP section a Savannah Bananas game, which I hope most of you have heard about by now. The Savannah Bananas are freaking amazing. They are selling out football stadiums for baseball games. Like they're like the best show in town right now. It's kind of like the circus back in like the 1920s where everyone wanted to attend, but it's sports and it's entertainment. But we're also going to have, I think, one of their president or something speak about being unique in your marketplace. There's a reason, like if any of you guys know Tersh, he wears the suit and the tie and the shoes. It's because of the story of the Savannah Bananas and the relationship he built with them to be unique in the trades, to be different, and what that means for your business and how to stand out in your marketplace.
And to have better shoes than any girl at the party. I'm like, I'm gonna
He
go with better shoes than Tersh, and I'm like, dang
he
it.
can't walk. He can't walk more than like 30 steps without someone saying, "Oh man, look at those shoes."
Oh, so good. All right. So, what I want to do right now, and Josh, thank you so much for bringing your intel to the table and the structure, right? Because there is a lot to manage for a contractor. They have one of the toughest businesses to run. I'm going to open it up right now. I promise everybody that we have a Q&A. So, after the presentations, everyone did such a great job. There is a Q&A. So, if we can just open it up to do we still have 30? Oh, we're down to 20 people in the room. Any questions that anybody has, just bring it to the table and we're happy, whoever the marketing or the masters that you want to hear from, what are the questions from the crowd that we can help with before we wrap up? Is it about marketing? Is it about efficiency? Is it about referrals? By the way, I like your t-shirt, Josh. What does the rest of it say? Mindset is everything?
Yes, the clothing brand I like wearing. I think this one's the Valhalla Project. They have some really good ones about just motivational stuff, and I think 10% of the proceeds go to help vets and Wounded Warrior Project and stuff like that.
Oh, so good. Mindset is everything, right? No, it really is like for
Yes.
all of us running a business or whatever we're doing, like you can always shift your perspective, and we all need that reminder.